It's the latest Titan movie, Godzilla vs. Kong. Is this worth watching? Why is it worth watching? Let's talk about that coming up next. Alright, so I have here the old King Kong vs. Godzilla. I think this is from 1960 or so, produced by, I believe, the Toho movie studio in Japan, which is known for making Godzilla movies. And this new Godzilla vs. Kong movie, released by Warner Brothers in 2021 during the coronavirus pandemic to lighten our day, this movie is a heck of a lot like sort of the worst Toho productions, or at least the cheesiest. And this is supposed to be a sequel to all the previous Titan movies from the last several years: Kong Skull Island, Godzilla, Godzilla King of the Monsters. And you could jump into this movie and understand things, although I feel like they never quite explain enough to people who aren't into the franchise about who the characters are, where they've been, and what's going on. And I must say, this movie is packed with as much nonsense as it can pack into it, plus all kinds of CGI effects and sound effects. This requires your best speaker system, and yet it may be kind of boring. Why do I say boring? It takes 30 or 35 minutes to get to the first fight between Kong versus Godzilla, and let's be frank, that's why you're watching this movie, to see two CGI monsters battle it out. And then you've got to wade through a whole lot of other plot material, a lot of bad characters in order to get to the finale, which really, if you want the meat of this movie, jump 120 minutes in, watch the last 25 minutes for a fight between monsters in a nighttime cityscape environment. That's the best part of all. You want to talk about plot? There's a group of conspiracy theorists in a podcast called Titan Clash, I think, and they're going to go investigate a cybernetics corporation. Godzilla has attacked this cybernetics corporation. The question is why? And we're going to find out why. And if you know the Toho movies from the 1960s and 70s, there is an extra Titan in this movie who my 7-year-old son will be absolutely thrilled that this particular Titan is in the movie, not hinted at by the trailer. So maybe that's another reason to watch this, to see the secret Titan who will be revealed later in the movie. While that group investigates the Cybernetics Corporation, you have Kong versus Godzilla having some kind of ancient beast class showdown in the middle of the ocean for various reasons. Later you take Kong into the middle of the earth. There's a gigantic hollow earth theory here, and a bunch of humans who are his caretakers, a scientist who study them, and cliche alert, a silent shaman child who seems to communicate telepathically with Kong. They go into the middle of the earth to find ancient objects, and it's that kind of movie, and you know exactly what kind of movie it is based on what I'm saying here with these few details. Now, of course, the wonder is the special effects and the sound effects, but really, I mean, there's only 20 to 30 minutes of fighting in this movie. When I think Godzilla vs. Kong, give me half or more of the movie as giant monsters fighting, please. In fact, some of the Toho movies were doing that. Even the cheesiest ones knew that the kids were coming to those movies for the puppet or the people in the Godzilla costume clashes. Here there's less of that, and there's too many human characters that no one is going to care about, and there's no way any of these characters will be memorable to you after the movie is over. And I myself turned my brain off and asked stupid questions like, how can Kong float? He doesn't seem to have any buoyancy. Another question I have is, how do the physics of a hollow earth work? And in fact, why does this movie use the hollow earth theory when the flat earth theory is so derided? I mean, what's the difference between hollow earth and flat earth? Aren't they the same ridiculous nonsense, unscientific theories, and yet hollow earth is okay to make fun of? Let's have a flat earth Kong movie at some point in time. For all those reasons, I recommend trying the old Godzilla movies and the more ridiculous men in puppet costumes fighting it out over 40 to 45 minutes of a 1 hour and 20 minute movie. This movie, well, you know what you're going to get with it, with the title, but I'm telling you, it's really pretty badly written overall, and there's no good characters, and there are too many of them overall in this movie, so I got to give it 1.5 stars. That's pretty low. It could be a 2 to 2.5 star movie for some of you, but there are 1,000 better ridiculous movies, including the recent Planet of the Apes trilogy, which has a little bit more, let's say, mental stimulation to it, and then you can choose those things for your time rather than this movie. What did you think of Godzilla vs. Kong? Let us know in the comments. Should they make a video game out of it? And you're going to get quite a few great memes out of this movie, I assume, so enjoy that. Please subscribe to this channel for more great content. Thank you and have a great day.